Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Before we begin, please do like and subscribe, really helps out the channel. We are taking a look at Vechain here, as you can see. So let's get into it and see what we can look at here. On the daily time frame, very simply looking like we've come down to this key swing high, swing low level that I have highlighted for some time here. Basically at around that 1.9 cent level. You can see we came down into it, got a little bounce, and now coming down for maybe a little bit of a back test again. Looking like we are getting quite overextended to the downside now in terms of the RSI as well. If you look at this RSI, for example, every single time here where we have got down to these kinds of levels on the chart. Let me just highlight a few more. One here, one here. Pretty much every single time that we have come down to these kinds of levels, we have got a bounce. You can see we're more oversold than we were here right now. We got a bounce here. If we take a look at here, we got a little bit of an overextension, bullish divergence bounce here. The next one back here, where we got down to these kinds of oversold levels again, like basically bordering and tipping into that oversold region. You know, a bit of a back test here and a bounce here again as well. You know, we got that back, basically came down with a massive overextension, got a bounce here before putting in that big bullish divergence. This is on the daily time frame as well, so there's quite a lot of credence for this. You can see here now we are getting quite overextended, heading into a good area of structure, I would say, here as well. You can see here we have got a nice area of structure to come back and fall back into. And I do think Vechain getting quite oversold, to be honest. People getting a bit too emotional, I think, in the markets here. I do think this is probably most likely going to see a bounce pretty soon. I've obviously got this long position, a small long position, a little speculative maybe, in this area here. But really I am just waiting and seeing what is going to happen with Vechain, just like a lot of cryptos, but taking a speculative long position here back up to resistance at the previous range low. Seems like a fairly smart move, especially considering how oversold we are getting here as well. And really, when you look at what Bitcoin's doing right now, it's kind of just chopping sideways. As you can see, up, down, and now back at support again, cleanly in this range here. Getting a nice little bit of rejection of that low as well, so maybe could see the bounce to the upside again. If that was the case, in correlation with Vechain also being oversold, we could see at least a little bounce back up into this area here in the immediate short term. A little look at the weekly time frame as well will paint you the picture as well, really. You know, this bear market downtrend still has yet to be really taken by storm, but you can see in terms of the RSI on the weekly time frame, which I find very interesting, we're pretty much at levels where we've never really been this oversold, apart from all the way back here when this chart first started. You can see here we had this really nice kind of bullish divergence here, obviously with the COVID crash that we had years and years ago. Massive bull market over the course of these weeks. Bear market looking very, very, very depressing. And now really, you know, we are looking for signs of life for Vechain and a lot of other cryptos. And you can see, you know, if we do continue to the downside, we could see ourselves having a back test here, maybe even an overextension. But in terms of the RSI, it's probably likely that we could end up having a very nice kind of bullish divergence scenario on the weekly here as well, which would be interesting. Obviously the monthly right now, we are just chilling and waiting and seeing what happens next. The monthly really puts it all in perspective, really, doesn't it? It's just a breakout, back test, consolidation, and we're probably going to get that continuation, aren't we? So the daily time frame right now, we are just chilling, waiting and seeing what happens next. Probably looking for that bounce fairly soon, in my opinion. So that is it for today, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.